Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Isabel and I am the Starlight Witch. I have been watching and enjoying many videos on TarotTube for the past 2 or 3 years, I would say, and I finally gathered the courage to sit down, film a video, and become part of this beautiful community. So today, for my very first video, we're gonna have a look at the Solar Kingdom Tarot. This is a beautiful indie deck that I haven't really seen in any channel. So I wanted to do a little walkthrough, and at the end of the video, we're gonna check out a few pairings. So yeah, let's dive in and have a look. This is an indie deck. It's published by Modern Magic Press. It comes in a beautiful two-part box, as you can see. And it says on the back, "Welcome to the Solar Kingdom, a mythical place where the sun rules along with the moon and where each tarot archetype has a new unique incarnation. The Solar Kingdom Tarot deck includes 78 tarot cards, 8 special solar and lunar cards, and it's brought to you by Tanja Moss and Modern Magic Press." Now, this deck is 100% genuine, but it does come with a couple of QR codes on the back, one that takes you to the guidebook and another that takes you to the artist's page. Okay, so let's have a look. The inside of the box is pretty plain and simple. It's just white, but the box is still pretty good quality. It's the same for the bottom. These are the bags with beautiful swans and suns and flowers, just like we saw on the box. And it comes gilded in gold. Look how beautiful is that? Very shiny. Very, very shiny. The cardstock it's nice. It's not too thin, not too thick. It bounces back nicely. It has a bit of a satin lamination, a satin coating on it, which has a little bit of a sheen, but it's mostly matte. And it's the kind of, I think it's anti-scratch lamination that makes it really easy to shuffle. It shuffles like butter. So that is really, really good. So let's have a look at the cards. I got this deck because I really love the art style. It has this really beautiful folk style, I believe. The color palette is very autumnal, very warm. Very, very pretty. The background of the cards has a bit of a distressed parchment paper kind of look to it. I don't know if you can see it. And there are several elements within the artwork that are made to look distressed as well. Look how beautiful with all of the planetary symbols in the chariot horses. Well, they're more like Pegasus, they have wings. How beautiful. Um, yeah, I discovered this deck because I follow the Honor of Modern Magic Press on Instagram. Her name is Lida Pavlova, and she is one of my favorite witchy creators. If you enjoy that type of content, she is always putting out very informational and very fun type of content on Instagram. And I just really adore the art style of this deck. I think it's one of the most beautiful ones that I have. I'm gonna try not to say over and over just how really beautiful this deck is. But really, that's what's stood out to me the most. This one has a little bit of a rename. It's called the Midday Sun, but it is a traditional sun card. It has the Roman numeral at the top. There is something about this art style that feels very storybook-like. Really, really beautiful. And here we have the extra cards that were mentioned in the back of the box. So we have the rising sun, the setting sun, which it makes more sense than for the traditional sun card to have the little bit of a rename, the midday sun. And then we have the new moon, the first quarter moon, the full moon, the last quarter moon, the lunar eclipse. Oh, how stunning. And the solar eclipse. And I really love this card. I don't know if you can see, but here is as if you have two characters kissing. The more male presenting character of the sun with his arms around the moon. And here's like it's the back of her head, and you have her hair flowing, her arm embracing him over here. It's just such a beautiful card and a really beautiful way of portraying a solar eclipse. Really, really beautiful. And now we go into the sword suit. This is very RWS inspired. It does have a PDF guidebook. It does not come with a printed one. And the guidebook is fairly simple. There is a version in Russian, as both the creator, Tanja Moss, and the publishers are Russian. Look how beautiful this Six of Swords card is. It's like they're being guided by the North Star, and I love that. So there is a version that is all in Russian, and another version that is fully in English. You can choose which one to download when you look up the QR code. And the guidebook is pretty simple. It just has, oh, look at this. And it's very curious how this bottom bit of the swan is a black swan, and then there is this wing protruding at the back, and it's a white wing. It's very interesting. So yeah, the guidebook just has very short entries on each and every one of the cards, major or minor. It doesn't really go into a lot of detail for any of the cards, but it has enough. It has enough. Now we go into the Suit of Cups, and yeah, this is very RWS inspired, so if you're familiar with this system, you should not have any issues reading this deck. It's very, very beautiful. I love this. I love how the swans have little crowns on their heads. It reminds me of the ballet piece. How gorgeous with the dolphins. And now the Suit of Pentacles. And lastly, we go into the Suit of Wands. Oh, look at that beautiful four. I love this. I love the suggestion of how the wands is like something that he's directing. The attention to detail in the artwork of this deck is just fantastic. Look at the cat over her shoulder. This is stunning. And the King of Wands. Well, there you have it. Now let's have a look at the shuffle in this deck. It's a very easy overhand shuffle. It really shuffles like butter and it makes a very satisfying sound. I normally like to riffle shuffle my decks, but I don't always, if ever, do it with indie decks because I like to preserve them as new if possible. Obviously, they still get a little bit of wear, but I'd like to keep them in as great condition as I possibly can. So I don't tend to riffle shuffle my indies, and the cardstock in this, even though it's not very very thick, is still, it makes the deck a good thickness. And I have very small hands, so it's not easy for me to shuffle this at all. Now, I won't really read from the guidebook for you because I have the PDF on my phone and I am also filming on my phone, so I won't be able to read from the guidebook for you. But as I mentioned, I did have a look at it, and it just has short entries for each of the cards, which is not bad. It's just enough to give you a good starting point if you need it. So now let's look at some pairings for this deck. Even though I love the art style of this deck, I realize that I don't really have that many decks in my collection that would be good pairs for this. So I had to have a good look at what I have to try and come up with something. And I'm liking this one. The color schemes are very similar. This is the Archetype Cards by Caroline Miss, published by Hay House. I like this deck because not only it offers you the archetypes, but also you can find in the cards both a light attribute and a shadow attribute from that archetype. And I use it for kind of a specific practice on, let's say, checking with myself. And it helps to have both of these things present in the card. So here, because of the colors, it doesn't really pair that well. But for the most part, I have to say that I like it. One more. Yeah, when it comes to these colors, it doesn't pair as well anymore. But for the rest, these are the backs. It does pair fairly nicely. So these was the Archetype Cards by Caroline Miss. Published by Hay House. Now let's try another one. This is a deck that I got because I enjoyed the book and I have been working with these kind of um, energies and manifestation and things, though I have to admit that I haven't really found a great place for this deck in my collection. This is the Secret Manifestation cards, made by the same author as the book, and this is published by Beyond Words. They're very pretty cards, very shiny though, and they have a lot of gold foil details both in the front and the back. Like all of this lettering in the back is gold foil, so they are very beautiful, but I haven't quite yet found the right place for it in my collection. I thought that they would be a nice pairing because the background of most of these cards also has the same sort of old parchment type of look. Oh, I love these right here. You have the two figures kissing and then the world needs your happiness. I love that. Don't try to control negative thoughts with the Eight of Swords. Nice. Now this one is not so good, but yeah. So this is okay. The borders are all in different colors on the secret cards, so just like it happened with the archetype cards, some of the colors don't pair as well with the Solar Kingdom. Look at these ones. Change your thoughts, change the future with the Ace of Swords. Okay, I'm liking these. Look, everything is on track, always, with the moon. No matter where you are in your life currently, and no matter how difficult things might appear to be in this moment, you are always being moved towards magnificence. How cool is that? The moon, that it usually represents that things are not as they appear, and then you have these. So it's like it's saying, it may not seem like you're making a lot of progress, it may not seem like things are going well, but everything is working out in your favor. And that's really cool. I do think that these cards kind of like each other. This is an interesting pair that I might try. Obviously, I did not do a great job at shuffling. Look at this. The Devil. Your job is you. You cannot create other people's lives for them. You cannot think for them, and if you try to force your opinions on others, you will only attract the same happening to you. So let all others create the lives they want and focus your unlimited power on creating the most magnificent life for yourself. With the Devil, like, wow. This one not so much, but yeah, that gratitude is the fast track to manifestation with the Star. Yeah, I think this is a great pair. This might help for me to give another chance to the manifestation cards, because I've been feeling a little bit unsure about their place in my collection. So this is certainly going to help. So this was the Secret Manifestation cards by Rhonda Byrne. And I have one last pair to try. These are old cards and currently out of print, sorry about that, but they are very easy to find in places like eBay, and also for cheap as well. These are the Healing with the Angels Oracle cards. They too have a bit of a vintage aesthetic, vintage look to them. So they were the first ones that came to mind. But then, of course, you have these type of art that doesn't really, like these old Doreen Virtue cards don't really have very consistent art styles or beautiful. So yeah, it's a bit of a hit and miss, but for the most part I like it. Please let me know in the comments if you have a deck that would pair really well with a Solar Kingdom tarot, or what would you pair it with? It would be very interesting to know. And please do forgive my English. It is not my first language, so I do get tongue-tied fairly often. So yeah, I'm not sure entirely how I feel about this. This is good though, but it's not terrible. Yeah, I think that from these ones, the secret manifestation cards are the ones that do best. But I don't think I have a great pairing for this deck, so I am open to suggestions. I love how these figures sort of mirror the pose in them. I love that. And here they're kind of looking at each other. Okay, one more and we'll leave it there. Oh, okay. Okay, you see this? I love that. Okay, maybe they do like each other. Maybe this is a good pair for it. Okay, so this was the Healing with the Angels Oracle. This is currently out of print, like most of Doreen Virtue's decks, so I'm sorry about that. But if you have it in your collection, it might be a good pairing for it. I think that the cards really did like each other in the end. So yeah, I hope that you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you like the deck, if you would like to add it to your collection, or if you already have it. And if you'd like to see more content like these, I would love for you to subscribe. I have lots of ideas for future content. And so yeah, lots more walkthroughs and collection videos eventually, fun tags, and all of the fun tarot tube shenanigans. I would love to join in all of it. So if you like this, please subscribe and give me a thumbs up, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye bye.